Hello, dear student. Hope all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Here I am, Muhammad Imran Kabir, Assistant Teacher English, Pabna Collectorate Public School and College. Today I am going to conduct a class for class 9, 10, as well as intermediate level also. Hope you will enjoy the class. I am conducting the class using Zoom Cloud Meeting software. This is an amazing platform to show multi-dimensional activities. Now you can see I'm using virtual background, and here I can also use so many things just like whiteboard or this type of virtual background, or I can also display multimedia class. So today I will conduct the class using multimedia or PowerPoint presentation. Hope you will enjoy the class, dear student. You can see today you are going to learn. Today you are going to learn compound to complex sentence, dear student. Some rules of compound to complex. Here you can see, dear student, I can also use a whiteboard here. If I want to write down something, I can use the board here. Dear student, you are welcome to my virtual classroom. Hope you will enjoy the class, dear student. Within a minute, I will start the session. Hope you will enjoy the class. Dear student of Pabna Collectorate Public School and College, as you know, you get 4 classes every week. So if it needs, I will sometime post or upload some classes for you so that I can cover the syllabus. You can see now I am sharing my screen using Zoom software, and today I'm going to start the session from right now. Dear student, you can see the picture is very common to us, really dearly pictured to us. We all miss this place. I also miss those faces badly. I don't know when I will be able to see those faces, adorable faces. Hope that soon I will see you. It's a long time we didn't meet with each other. Welcome to my class, dear student. So our today's topic is, let's see, what is our today's topic? You can see a sentence here, dear student. Capturing awesome skills, the man showed amazing performance. Here you can see the man captured awesome skills and showed amazing performance. So from these two sentences, you can guess that what we are going to learn today. We are going to learn converting or transforming sentence from simple to compound. We are going to learn the rules of simple to compound, dear student. What type of change have you followed here? Simple to compound sentence, dear student. So I'm going to start. We will discuss it in our today's lesson. There are some learning outcomes. Every single chapter has its learning outcomes. Why should we learn the chapter? As you can see, after completing this lesson, we will be able to change from simple to compound sentence, or we will learn some rules. So these are the rule. This is the first rule. You can write it down or you can take a note. How to change a simple with present participle into compound. Actually, today I'm going to conduct the session because it's a long time we didn't practice those things, and as I have got only two grammar classes in our routine. So it will not be possible to complete all the syllabus with this within this time. So I am going to conduct the class, extra class for you, and hope that you will attend the class. Here you can see, dear student, going to the book fair, she bought a book. Going to the book fair, she bought a book. This is a simple sentence, as the sentence has started with present participle. What is present participle? Verb with ing is called present participle. Okay, you can see the answer. She went to the book fair and bought a book. Then what rule we should follow? Here you can see, dear student, if you find this type of structure started with present participle, then you have to make two independent clause, and you have to add those independent clause with and. Coordinating conjunction add, and you can see here, she went to the book. That means you have to convert this phrase, going to the book fair, you have to convert this, and for this thing you need to use a subject, then past form of verb, then object. And how can you understand that the verb will be in past tense? You have to look at the next clause, the last clause. Is this in past tense or present tense? Then you have to use the verb. Reading the book, here you can see the next sentence. Reading the book, she gained knowledge. Dear student, what will be the answer? I hope that you can see that I can also able to use a spotlight through this thing. I will be able to conduct the session more clearly. Reading the book, she gained knowledge. What will be the answer, dear student? So you should make the first clause. You should make the first clause, and you need to take a subject. You know that here is only subject is she, so you can use it she. And then you can see that the last clause is in past tense, so you have to choose the verb as past tense. Then she read, as we know that read, three forms are same. So she read the book, and there will be no s. If you put yes, then it becomes present indefinite tense. But as it is past tense, so you should not use s. Read the book. She read the book and she gained knowledge. Let's see the answer, dear student. Yes, she read the book and gained knowledge. Here, read is past tense. So you have got your answer. So what is the rule? The rule is if you find a sentence, simple sentence start with present participle or verb plus ing, then you need to convert this sentence into two independent clause, as well as you have to add these two clauses with a coordinating conjunction, that is, coordinating conjunction and. Here you can see another sentence, dear student. Coming to the field, he took part in games. Coming to the field, he took part in games. Same rule, you have to apply same rule here, dear student. You can see, coming to the field, he took part in games. Now you have to make, or you have to convert two independent clause. Then at first you must take the subject he, and as you see the verb coming, then use past form. He came to the field and put and. He came to the field and he took part in games. Very simple. This should be the answer. You please write down. I have told you. He came to the field and he took part in games. Again, declaring the lesson, we are learning the rules from simple to compound sentence. He said his prayer going to the mosque. Sometimes you will see that this part, present participle part, you will find it in the last clause. So you must follow the same rule. You can see here. What is the verb? As first clause is in past tense, so you must use past form of verb. He went to the mosque and he said his prayer, or only said his prayer. But the rule is and. You must add to independent clause with the coordinating conjunction and. He came back home saying his prayer. What will be the answer, dear student? You can do it. He said his prayer and he came back home. Let's see. He said his prayer and he came back home or came back home. Hope that you have understood the rule, dear student. I'm going to the next slide. Okay, there is another sentence for you, dear student. You have to do it by yourself. He got the prize playing well. Make it compound. He got the prize playing well. You have to convert this sentence into two independent clauses. So you must take the subject first, he, and put ed with the verb played. He played well and he got the prize. He played well and he got the prize. Hope that you have understood the rule, dear student. This is another slide. Dear student, this is really a magical place. I can change my background. I can also use whiteboard if it needs. Let's see. Then the next rule is, dear student, how to change a simple sentence with being into compound. That means if you find a simple sentence has started with being, then what will be the rule when you are converting it or transforming it into compound? You can see the structure. You can write down, dear student. Let's see. What is the rule, dear student? Subject plus be verb plus extra word, that means extension part, and another sentence. Let's see this rule using an example, dear student. Being affectionate, she cannot ignore a child. Being affectionate, she cannot ignore a child. What will be the compound from, dear student? Let's see. She is affectionate and she cannot ignore a child. Dear student, you must remember, if you find this type of structure, a simple sentence starts with being, then you have to think, you have to remember that you must make it compound using the coordinating conjunction and you must convert it into two independent clauses as we learned in our previous rule. You can see being affectionate. So you must take the subject first, she, and if you find being, then you must put the auxiliary verb as am, is, or was, were. How can you define that this should be is or was? You have to see the second clause. Here you can see she cannot ignore a child. That means can is suggesting a present indefinite tense. That's why you have to take the auxiliary verb as is, that is in present indefinite tense. She is affectionate and she cannot ignore a child. If you find that here it is could not, then you have to use here was or were. So I hope that you have understood. Another sentence is for you. You please solve it. Being a mother, she is careful to her child. What will be the answer, dear student? Being a mother, she is careful to her child. At first, take the subject she, then use the auxiliary verb am, is, are, or was, were. What should you follow? You can see the second clause. Here is suggesting present tense, so you must take the auxiliary verb or you must complete the sentence in present tense. So she is a mother and she is careful to her child. She is a mother and she is careful to her child. Hope that you have understood the rule, dear student. Now it's your turn. There are some example exercise. You have to do it by yourself. The weather being very cold, we cannot go out. What will be the answer, dear student? You can see here the weather being very cold, we cannot go out. You can see the weather is very cold and we cannot go out. You have to use auxiliary verb in present tense because you can see the last part cannot. Can is suggesting present indefinite tense. That's why you have to take the auxiliary verb is. The weather is very cold and we cannot go out. You can see another sentence here. No one can do his duty being the weather cold. So you can write down the weather is cold and no one can do his duty. The weather is cold and no one can do his duty. The road being captured by ice, we could not drive cars. What will be the answer, dear student? The road being captured by ice, we could not drive. You have to see, you have to look, or you have to watch out, could not. That means it is suggesting past tense. So your auxiliary verb must be past tense here. The road was captured by ice. The road was captured by ice and we could not drive cars. And we could not drive cars. Thank you, dear student. Being hazy, we cannot see anything in the road clearly. Being hazy, we cannot see anything in the road clearly. The weather was hazy and we cannot see anything in the road clearly. Or you can also write down here the road was, no, you have to take the weather as subject. The weather was hazy and we cannot see anything in the road clearly. It was difficult to go on the road being slippery. What will be the answer, dear student? It was difficult to go on the road being slippery. Let's try. The road was slippery and it was difficult to go on the road. The road was slippery and it was difficult to go on the road. Dear student, hope that you have understood the rule. I also hope that you have enjoyed the class. Dear student, I would like to tell you, for more extra classes, you have to subscribe my YouTube channel, Mohammad Imran Kabir. If you are subscribing this channel, or if you can subscribe this channel, you will get more updates there. Thank you, dear student. Many thanks for attending the session. Hope that it will be really helpful for you. Thank you.